projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
ACS Group has business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. ACS Group's IT manager, Mark Reinhardt.
I feel James Imaging Systems being local, I get to meet the people, see the people, they come in and find out what our needs are, and they're just great folks.
Great folks who partner with you and your business.
Absolutely. I categorize James Imaging Systems as a partner because they come in, again, sit down, understand our needs, listen to what things are bothering us, obstacles that we have, and they help bring us really cost-effective solutions.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and business technology expertise to help your business do business better.
That's huge for me and keeps us running smoothly, and we're able to focus on other things for this business.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 21st, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another tie, another coffee mug, another World's Greatest Dad t-shirt. Get him something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send your dad his favorite flavor, like my favorite, bourbon pecan. You can even add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order. So go to Kringle.com or make the call, 800-4DANISH, and have it shipped just in time for Father's Day. Kringle.com. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
There is a trend circulating on social media. Chewy, I know you haven't seen it. And it's called Top 5 Horror Movies. Ooh. And you would think that it is people telling their top 5 horror movies. But actually, it's like a first world problems type of list, right? It's like little things that, are your own personal horror stories. And so I was thinking, a couple days ago, and I came up with a list. First on the list, used Band-Aid in the pool. Just the used Band-Aid folded up, clearly slipped off a finger or a toe, still in the circular shape, but it's just there floating in the pool, right? Is that fair? Is that a good one, Shu, for the top 5 horror movies?
Yeah, Duke would be worse. Not a Band-Aid. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I've actually been at Wisconsin Dells, and they had to empty the pool. You couldn't go in because the kid had a floater. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I think we all can agree that poop is worse than a Band-Aid floating in the pool. Okay?
Okay.
All right, I also had on the list, I got to refresh my list because it's up here in front of me, blow drying the back of my head. You ever see those women, you're either standing behind them in the line at the grocery store or standing behind them at church or something like that, and their hair looks beautiful except for the back, like right here, right, like the crown of
Guess
their
I
head.
haven't paid that close of attention.
I really, really struggle to blow dry the back of my head. So I know that I'm one of those women who always has just the lump on the back. Does Angie struggle with the back of her head, Chew? Like when she blow dries, I know she's got long hair.
Not that I've noticed. It's a little more frizzy. Right?
That's, yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Probably it. Yeah, it's hard to get back there and blow dry, the back side of your head. I also have when my air tag on my lost keys is dead. You guys know that's happened to me. I've lost the keys, and I thought, oh, I'll just go to the Find My, and then the air tag is dead. It says dead battery on the air tag.
You not having your keys to get into the office happens way more than
That's my horror movie.
Jen calling because she can't get in because she doesn't.
6:57.
She doesn't have her keys.
And we usually know the reason because I travel.
'Cause you travel,
I stick
they
my
ended up-
keys in the backpack, the travel backpack, and then I forget to grab them out of the travel backpack. And that's the problem is the key. If you have the key fob just on you somewhere, the car will start and you can move and you can drive. But in order to get in our building, you have to have the actual.
Yeah, then you need the different key fob that's attached to the other key fob.
Give it a little boop. All right, so that's it. Bad edits in movies and shows I put on my horror list. I can't stand when I'm watching a show and they do that reverse shot and you can tell the person's not talking or they are talking, but they're not saying what the audio has them saying. It drives me nuts. And then the last thing I had on the top 5 horror list was irregardless.
Okay.
Irregardless is not a word.
No, it is not.
And yet, people say it all the time. I did come up with another horror movie yesterday, guys.
Okay.
When my daughters came home from school and said, they handed out yearbooks. We didn't get them.
Oh. You got to pay for them.
I'm so glad that Chewy had that reaction. Because the panic that set in for me when they walked in the door and said that they handed out the yearbooks yesterday and my girls didn't get them was through the roof. Because I know that I paid for the yearbooks.
Okay.
As soon as the email came out, get your yearbooks, I know that I bop, Apple Pay, $36, click. Then I was like, done with that, off my plate, move on to the next thing. So I was like, no, I bought yearbooks. I know I bought yearbooks. I'm pretty sure I bought yearbooks. And for the next hour, Gabe.
Oh, you were scrolling through the bank statements, weren't you?
Tailspin. Hardcore tailspin. I don't know what it is. I remember having yearbooks in school, but it was a very big deal. Like the thought of the girls not having yearbooks. By the way, they're in kindergarten and second grade.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's a little early for the yearbook.
Put things in perspective. But there's something about they love pulling out the yearbooks and scrolling through and looking at people and what did they write and all of that stuff. What
are the kindergartners writing in the in the old yearbook?
Hi.
Do you like me, or do you just like me?
No, they ain't doing that in kindergarten.
What did people write in your yearbook? Like, to go back to high school, you don't have to do first grade and kindergarten, but what were people writing in your yearbook in high school?
Well, I mean, because the thing with the yearbook in high school then, because, the girl you're dating at the time, she had a page, 2 pages reserved, right, for what she was going to write. But then, your best dude friends are just sweet, sign their name. Just the shortest message. God, I don't even know if I have my yearbooks anymore.
Really?
Yeah. When's the last time? Why would I look through them? My parents moved, and I think I said I didn't care because I don't.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Mine was, did you make it to the next grade?
Yeah. Hey, didn't think it was going to happen for you, big guy. Congrats.
There was a few sweaty moments. But, yeah. Never skip the grade.
I saw a post on Instagram the other day that said something along the lines of, to all the people in high school who said, stay cool in my yearbook, I have very disappointing news for you.
Son of a biscuit.
Certainly did not hold up that end of the donkey. I apologize for that. So I went through my bank statements. I went through my inbox. I found the receipt for the yearbook. And then I went through Chase, Chase Bank, back. I knew that it was like on May 7th because that's when the receipt was dated. And sure enough, there's the transaction for $36. So at that point, I was like, okay, I think we're okay. Yearbook should be procured. The issue, guys, is that some kids got them yesterday. And some kids did not.
Some kids will get them today.
Cross your fingers, okay? Because I feel like I can't start the summer with my two little divas being hacked off about not getting their yearbooks. Like, that would be a very bad start to the summer today, the last day of school.
Did you make a call?
Who am I going to call?
Ghostbusters?
Whoever didn't give them the yearbook. Say, hey, look, I paid for this thing.
I mean, no, because it was like 4:30. The office is closed already. So I figured, let's just cross our fingers, cross our toes, and cross our eyes that they're handed out today. And that, but the issue was that kindergarten, which is my youngest, was handed out yesterday, and she did not get one. And that's why, again, I think we're in panic mode a little. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm starting to sweat even talking about it right now, you guys. Okay, like, this is a horror show for me. If my girls, and again, people I'm sure are out there like, oh, because they're spoiled. No, I don't know what it is about the yearbook, but they love getting the yearbook, looking at their friends, looking at the pictures, seeing the teachers. There's some I don't know. Josh, do you have a yearbook? You have any of your yearbooks from high school or from grade school or anything?
I do not have them in my possession. I do know in the moment they were very important to me. Now, not so much. Luckily, Mussolini and I went to the same high school at different times, so she still has hers. So when I'm thinking of somebody, can't think of their name. I will reference the yearbook and be like, yes, that's who that was. That's who we're talking about, or something like that. But I don't really have much need for it anymore. I think but having it signed at recess and in class, that was the biggest deal in the world.
Very big deal. Very big deal.
Had to make sure everybody signed it.
Yes.
Mine, I still have mine. And I was that kid. I snuck into National Honor Society picture.
Attaboy.
Snuck into the Spanish
club.
Club. Yes, I did. I'll bring it in.
Just so you know, if I was in National Honor Society, which I was, but if I was in your National Honor Society and you snuck into the picture, that would have made me so angry. This should not surprise anyone. I would have been like, I earned that distinction. You, buffoon football player, did not.
I'd have put my arm around you, Chew. I'd make it look like you belonged.
You're my guy. That's why.
Yeah. There's a little humor in there.
Yeah.
Everybody looked at it and said, there's no way he was in Honor Society.
And that's what Chewy was hoping for. 5 years later, somebody's paging through. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mark was in National Honor Society?
45-year-old Jen finds it hilarious. But 17-year-old Jen, have you ever seen Election?
I don't.
Reese Witherspoon, Tracy Flick.
No.
That's
I don't know
Jen
who's
in high
Tracy
school.
Flick?
That's the main character in Election. God, this is a throwback reference, apparently.
Yeah, but shouldn't I have been allowed in there with the fact that I went to probably one of the best schools out of everyone in my class?
What does that have to do with anything?
It means he went and he was achieving higher education.
Yes.
More than a lot of the other people that were in National Honor Society.
I deserve to be in there.
I don't think so.
I think there's pretty clear terms on what makes one a member of Honor Society. Now, I wouldn't have said anything. I would never be in Honor Society, please. I'm not a dork. But I think it's funny.
Fair point,
it's
not
good that he was in
insulted.
there.
I mean, keep in mind,
also
my
he's
graduating
6'6".
class
What are they going to do about
87 kids.
Yeah.
So we're talking very, very
Was it like a
small.
6-person picture?
National Honor Society?
Yeah, we had 10 to 12 in our National Honor Society senior class, like 10 to 12 people.
I got to be honest, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Could have been 50, could have been 100.
Well,
Wouldn't
how
have
big
cared.
was your class, Josh? You were in the hundreds, right?
Yeah, we were like 350.
Ooh, big school.
Yeah.
Were you the biggest school of the four of us? I think maybe. I think I might have had
we
like
pull
150.
McGonigal pulls from a lot of the surrounding area. It's sort of the central hub, But yeah, I think like totally there was like 1,200 kids.
I mean,
probably more now. The school's expanded.
Horicon pulled from a lot of the surrounding area, like Burnett, Iron Ridge.
Yeah, in
Horicon
proper, there's 14.
I mean, those are unincorporated towns, Jen.
Well, gravel
Burnett
roads,
Corners,
perhaps?
Minnesota Junction.
A little different.
I mean, now that I know they're around Horicon, I might be able to find those places on a map. But prior to knowing they were around,
You're gonna have to drive through some of those places, Jen.
0%
Gabe, how many
chance.
Get used to
how
some
many
of those places.
stoplights back in the day?
Oh, it's still we just have one.
We had one too in my town.
One stoplight, 2 quick trips.
At least they got
we
the
have-
priorities straight.
And you can see the quick trips from the parking lots of the other.
Seriously?
Yes.
You can see.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, Josh.
I will
It's
tell
not
you
that
this.
outrageous.
I think the thing that bothered me the most about the yearbook, and this is now trauma that is like bubbling to the surface. We had a couple of kids who were in charge of it, and they did everything they could to just dominate the images in the yearbook, right? So you go to the prom page, for instance. Oh, how interesting. It's the editor of the yearbook and his 6 friends, and that's it. I think at one point they put me they put a picture of a teacher, one of our Spanish teachers, and they put my name under it. Jenny Latta. So, there was a little bit of bullying that was going on with the yearbook as well. So maybe the yearbook, just generally speaking, has, trauma power over me because I just did not have a great experience with the yearbook. I think I've been pretty clear. I was a pretty big dork in high school. I don't know if I've made that as clear as I should.
Josh made it clear.
Oh, yeah. National Honor Society, loser.
Nerd.
800-990-3776. Lots of folks weighing in on the yearbooks. Apparently, they are very important to the kids. Rob says, don't worry. They're going to give it to your older daughter since there's 2 siblings in the school. They think she's more responsible, which is I appreciate that.
Is she more responsible?
Of the 2, no.
Okay.
I still have mine for the reunions. Murray says, I still have mine for the reunion so I can remember the names of the faces. Now, that's very helpful as a resource, right? It's kind of like when I go cover football, I do sideline for football, and they give you the pictures of all of the athletes and the coaches so that you can find them on the sideline.
We started on horror movies. Attending my reunion is a horror movie to me.
Really?
The heck I got to go back there for?
Why? You seem like you would have been a pretty popular dude.
I think so, but I think your life goes different directions. I also think reunions are conducive to the type of person you aren't particularly interested in seeing. If I were to be honest about it.
The people that you wanted to remain in contact with, you have remained in contact.
Well, and then the other thing I think people had talked about over the last 20 years is that Facebook almost eliminated the need for the reunion because as opposed to only seeing people once a year and catching up and how are the kids and da-da-da, you're following each other on Facebook. So I know that last week your kid got his wisdom teeth removed. You know what I'm saying? Because people are posting that stuff with pretty regularity. Maybe not so much anymore, but certainly prior to the last 5 years or so. Miller weighing in on the YouTube stream. Remember, you can always stream the show on YouTube. It's ESPN Milwaukee. He says, Chewy stolen valor. LOL. So at least you got one ally out there, Chew, for you popping into the National Honor Society photograph.
Have you guys ever been to a reunion? You know what? I'm coming on 40 years next year.
There was a very small 20th that some people went to a couple of years ago. But it was like on a Friday or Saturday, and I had something going on, so I couldn't make it happen.
I have not.
How many people would be at your reunion? Like if you said we're gonna book our reunion for a small dive bar, would you guys crowd the place?
So that's what happened, Josh. They booked it for one of the 3 bars we have in downtown Horicon. I believe about 25 people showed up. I think because I had a couple of people, a couple of friends that I know ultimately went, and one of my friends who came up, who I'm really good buddies with, I saw him after the reunion, like the next day. Yeah. Which is good because I wanted to see him because he lives in Texas. But, yeah, about 25 people, I think, showed up.
Were you the best athlete in the class?
No. We had a guy who went D2 basketball to Parkside.
Okay.
Chewy, were you the best athlete in your class?
And the best student. That's why they called me a student
and the biggest
athlete.
liar.
And a triple threat.
But for real, were you did you win? You must have won best athlete, right?
Yeah, there were 43 boys. The pickings were kind of slim. Although we did have some good athletes. My brother, yeah, because, well, my brother wasn't in my class. He actually sucked, though.
As a person, or are we talking athletes?
Why
still?
not both?
Person, he's fine. As an athlete, just what happened? Jeez, bro.
You got all the athletic genes?
Yeah.
It's like twins. Yeah. Remember that movie back in the day?
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
He's Danny
DeVito.
Oh, I'm glad you guys got that reference. I make an election reference, and you guys, it's crickets. But I say twins, and you're like, oh, yeah, remember.
Well, yeah, because the juxtaposition of Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, objectively hilarious.
Unforgettable also, by the way. We got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. A lot of stuff to get to this morning. We're going to talk about your Green Bay Packers. We're going to talk about the Brewers, who dropped a game last night. But some big news as far as the prospects go. We'll get into all that and more. Plus, we have Adam Schefter coming up shortly here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more. And at the Wisconsin Country Club, you get a championship-level golf experience. We've hosted WSG events, WPGA events. We had the Lombardi Classic at our place this last weekend. It's right here in Milwaukee. It's got nearly a century of tradition behind it. But what also sets it apart is the lot of other options you've got going on at the Wisconsin Country Club. Everything beyond the course. Pool days, tennis, pickleball, fitness, great dining. Everybody was raving about the food this weekend, a part of the Lombardi. And programs your kids are actually going to be looking forward to this summer. It's not a pieced-together lifestyle. It's all in one place. And as a member myself, I can tell you, it's where I go to play, connect, spend real time with my family. The Wisconsin Country Club, a better way to experience the game and everything around it. Schedule your private tour today. Make sure you mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Got some tight squeezes through the stadium interchange, westbound 94 from 35th Street to Hawley Road, back on the brakes from the Zoo interchange all the way to Elm Grove Road. We've got eastbound 94 slowing down from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. Also on southbound 41 slowing from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol, northbound from just before North Avenue up past Burleigh. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hot and humid. Afternoon, severe storms likely with a high of 87, a heat index of 90 to 95. Tonight, showers and storms early, some may be strong, then partly cloudy with a low of 68. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Join ESPN Milwaukee in Yuengling this Friday at Dugout 54 on Blue Mountain, starting at 5 for an exciting Yuengling watch party. Hang with the ESPN Milwaukee street team, score awesome Yuengling prizes, and catch Homer broadcasting live before the game. Cold beer, warm summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yuengling Lager. Yuengling has been bringing Americans together since 1829. Crack open a Yuengling Lager and raise a toast to American tradition. Stop by Dugout 54 this Friday, starting at 5. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Professional Power Plays, brought to you by Propane.
Okay, team, America's energy security is on thin ice. Overburdened electric grid, rising costs, severe weather. You could stick with the grid and ride it out, do nothing and hope the problems go away, or here's your power play. Propane. Affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
A freaking catapult attached to his right hip. Like, I just made that up. A catapult.
That was good.
I kind of liked it. I was rolling with it, Rob.
Like a slingshot? Let's figure this out.
I'm calling him old catapult leg from here on out.
On 94.5 ESPN.
CBS Sports has put together a list of the quarterbacks. I suppose it's under the most pressure, right? Quarterbacks who need a Super Bowl the most. And Jordan Love of your Green Bay Packers is 8th on this list. Now, this is tricky for us locally because I think we all believe there's a lot of pressure on Jordan Love to win a Super Bowl. We have talked about how it's called Title Town, first and foremost. Brett Favre won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. If you're the heir apparent to those guys, obviously next in line, the expectation is that you will not only take this team, whatever team it is, this year, next year, to a Super Bowl, but you will win a Lombardi. Hell, it's called the Lombardi. Like, I know that all of these things are unfair. It's not like Jordan Love picked to go to Green Bay. But there are certain standards of playing in Green Bay that are different from other organizations. I'll give you the list, Chew. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, then Jordan Love. I guess my gut reaction is that he should be higher on the list, but I admit I don't know what the narratives are surrounding all of these guys in their respective cities, in their respective fan bases. So, I mean, does Aaron Rodgers really have pressure to win another Super Bowl? Don't we all recognize that he's, on the back nine, maybe even headed to the clubhouse here?
Yeah, he's on the 18th green.
I think the pressure is he left for greener pastures and to chase Super Bowls, and then that all came crumbling down. I understand why now the perception is, well, he's just going to kind of go 9-8, and we're all going to be like, hey, happy for you. Congrats. But that was the whole point, was Green Bay is not good enough. I can build a better team around me, and if I'm given the ability to do it, I'm going to win Super Bowls, and he's done none of that.
8, Chew?
I think he's fairly placed. I don't think Rodgers should be on there.
Yeah, I think he'd be the only one I would make the argument to put him ahead of.
I mean, Josh Allen, Dak, Lamar.
Why does Lamar need to?
Because the roster continually is.
I mean, because he hasn't won one. He hasn't been to one. He's a 2-time league MVP. That hasn't had postseason success. That has been a big part of the reason why they've struggled in the postseason. He's had good games, but he hasn't put together, when they're trying to come from behind, a lot of reasons they're trying to come from behind because he has inexplicable turnovers in the first half of some of those games. Yeah,
he's kind of like Vic. You remember Vic? How he's got a weird skill set that is kind of dominant, but you never go anywhere with it. Have they been to Have they even been to an AFC championship game?
Yeah, they should have beaten the Chiefs a couple of years ago. Zay Flowers had a fumble on the goal line, and they inexplicably threw the ball 1,000 times in that game.
I mean, I think Justin Herbert's overrated.
Do you think he belongs on this list?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Josh Allen is good enough. I mean, the stars have to align, but Josh Allen, shut up. Okay, I'm trying to be nice here.
No, you're not.
No,
you just said the stars had to align.
He's really
for one of the best players
they
in the
kind of
league.
do,
Don't
because
recall that he
I don't
always
think
dogs Josh Allen.
I don't think Josh Allen has enough talent around him where they help him enough, so he has to kind of take it on his shoulders, but he can't get over that hump. Where Justin Herbert is kind of the same thing because I don't think he has enough talent, but he's not even close to Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, to me, Chew, it's starting to feel like when Steve Young in the 90s couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when he finally, if he
fair.
finally wins one, I can imagine them doing a very similar thing because they mimicked taking a monkey off of his back after they won the Super Bowl and beat up on the Chargers. So I could see something very similar with Josh Allen.
Jen, is Brock Purdy on that list?
He's not above Jordan Love. I only have the top 8 here in front of me.
Brock Purdy. So they did the top 15. Purdy is 13.
And then Houston, he's slipping my mind.
C.J. Stroud is 14.
See, I kind of put Stroud because didn't they start the very same year? Even though Jordan sat behind.
Yeah. But they became starters the same year.
Stroud dropped behind Jordan in terms of
I
what they're
agree,
viewed
but
as.
I don't know about 14th, Joshy.
I think you can argue about that. The big thing for me, my biggest takeaway, especially when I looked at the tops of this list, like it's a lot worse for other teams out there. They've had a lot longer time with those quarterbacks, especially when you look at the Burrow, you look at the Allen and Lamar.
Dak.
Dak, Now, granted, it's Patrick Mahomes is the big reason a lot of them haven't had that success. But as soon as they had the opportunity, they gave it up to Drake May.
Mm-hmm. Well, Lamar didn't even make it. Burrow didn't even make it. Like they didn't even have the opportunity last year when Mahomes wasn't even in their way. And like I think you could make an argument for Burrow even being potentially number 1 on this list, not just for Joe specifically, because if they don't get it done in Cincinnati this year, like there are going to be whispers whether or not Joe Burrow is going to stay a member of the Bengals or if he's going to go elsewhere.
I want to continue having this conversation, but we are running out of time to get to Adam Schefter. So we're going to bring it back because I guess, guys, and again, I am aware that we are hyper vigilant, hyper aware of Jordan Love's situation, right? We know here in Wisconsin that Matt LaFleur was on the hot seat last year, right? Even though Ed Policy decided to re-up him and Gutey. Those details, I think, increase the pressure on Jordan Love. And again, not being fully aware of all of the dynamics, all the moves that have taken place in some of these other organizations, but knowing what the Packers have done and that we believe that the window is right now, it feels like Jordan Love should be higher on this list as far as pressure to win a Super Bowl. Unless you're going to argue that internally there is no pressure to win a Super Bowl because they are content being a playoff team year in and year out, and that is the consistency that they value. So I want to talk about that as the morning goes on, but we do need to get to Adam Schefter. So we're going to take a break, talk to Adam Schefter, bring this conversation back up after that. Stick around.
Cold beer, warmest summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yuengling Lager. From small-town main streets to packed stadium parking lots, Yuengling Lager has been bringing people together for generations. This is a real American beer, smooth, rich, and right now here in Wisconsin. Tailgates, backyard barbecues, fishing trips, ball games, Yuengling Lager belongs wherever Americans come together. Brewed with pride since 1829. Crack open a Yuengling Lager and raise a toast to American tradition. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound on 94, we got backups from about 20th Street all the way to Holly Road. And then beyond the Zoo interchange, going to be slow all the way to Elm Grove Road. Eastbound's backed up from Holly Road to about 35th. Got some delays on 43 now from Good Hope Road down towards Bender. And southbound 41 from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. Northbound's backed up from just before North Avenue all the way past Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hot and humid. Afternoon, severe storms likely with a high of 87, a heat index of 90 to 95. Tonight, showers and storms early, some may be strong, then partly cloudy with a low of 68. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your next great round begins at Sweetgrass and Sage Run at the Island Resort and Casino. Book early in the week for best availability. Beginning in July, Stay and Play guests can preview the brand new 9-hole Cedar course, inspired by the golden age of golf. At the Island, your golf trip becomes a full resort experience with relaxing spa treatments and exceptional dining to thrilling casino action. Plan your golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Smart 18 knows that success takes teamwork. With top-level training, healthcare, and retirement plans, Smart Local 18 gives you the tools to win on and off the job site. Visit smart18.org and join the team that builds America.
Catch a Brewers showdown with the Phillies Friday, June 12th through Sunday the 14th. Come see the crew and leave with a giveaway as the first 25,000 fans on Saturday the 13th will get a William Contreras bobblehead, courtesy of Nicolay Water. Then, kids own the ballpark Sunday the 14th when the first 5,000 fans ages 14 and under get a Sal Frelick jersey, courtesy of Joy. Score your seats for a can't-miss summer weekend at Brewers.com.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Since January, I've already lost 40 pounds and dropped a couple pant sizes. This program has been simple, safe, and their team has helped me every step of the way. Best of all, it's built to help keep the weight off for good. If you're looking for a weight loss program that works, Milwaukee Weight Loss is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone. Adam, you have more news? What do you got?
They're going with another move, and here is the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union.
Always appreciate getting some perspective from Adam Schefter. Good morning, Adam. How are you doing today, pal?
Hey, guys. How you doing? All right?
We're doing good. We were just discussing this CBS Sports ranking of the 15 NFL quarterbacks who most need a Super Bowl win for their legacy. And I'm going to start right here with you.
Hold on. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Every quarterback needs a win for their Super Bowl legacy. So, to me, the premise is faulty before I even hear who's 1 and who's 15.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me ask you this, though.
Hold on. But Jen, before you even go further, like Caleb Williams doesn't need it. Jared Goff doesn't need it. Jordan Love doesn't need it. Dak Prescott doesn't need it. Jackson Dart doesn't need it. We good. Josh Allen doesn't need it. Pat, you want to rank them? Sure, fine. We can have fun with this because it's June. Go ahead. Let's go through the exercise that's totally ridiculous.
Wow,
go ahead.
All right, Adam's fight
I love
today.
this.
It's great because what I was going to say to you is they have
More
Aaron
to say
Rodgers
it's
7th on this
more-
list, and I would argue with you that Aaron Rodgers doesn't need a Super Bowl to solidify his legacy. Aaron
I
Rodgers
agree
is
with
a
that.
future Hall of
I agree
Famer,
with
whether
that.
he wins a Super Bowl or not with the Steelers. True or false?
True, you're right, Jen. You are correct. Correct. Again, I just rattled off those names. Okay, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield. We could go through and come up with any established starting quarterback that's never won a Super Bowl, and they belong on that list ahead of Aaron Rodgers. Period.
Well, I don't want to get yelled at, so Adam, what's your favorite color?
Chewy,
All right,
the
Adam.
blue you're wearing this morning looks lovely on you.
Thanks, buddy.
It
I'm going to
looks
give you
lovely
I'm going to give you some coaches' names. You tell me if they're on the hot seat.
Oh,
Zach
another
Taylor.
thing that I love in June.
Zach Taylor.
Let me cut you off before we go there. Okay.
Okay.
I've done this in other years, and here's what I'm going to tell you. I've had people call me executives, aspiring GMs, coaches, whatever. And the list that we come up with today will be entirely different than the coaches who are actually on the hot seat in October. November. Now, there might be a little bit of overlap, of course. But what's going to happen is the season's going to begin. There are going to be certain teams that exceed expectations. There are going to be certain teams that don't. The ones that do, those coaches that you're about to ask me about, they're off the hot seat. The ones who right now you wouldn't ask me about, whose teams all of a sudden have terrible seasons, they're going to be on the hot seat. There's going to be coaches who wind up being fired we couldn't even guess in June and July, and there'll be coaches who you're going to ask me about who keep their jobs. Another one of those exercises. I get a lot of this is what we do.
But I'll pivot here. Let me pivot here, Adam.
Yeah.
So they came out, I forget who came out with the top 10 head coaches in the NFL. Was it PFF, Gabe?
Yeah, PFF had that list, yes.
PFF, LaFleur was 6. They didn't have Nick Sirianni on the list, who's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, lost one in the last, 3 or 4 years? So I'm with you with these lists kind of being ridiculous.
You know what would be my qualification on those lists? It would be if you were to let that coach go. If that coach were to be on the open market today, who would be the first coach that people would hire? Who would be the second? Who would be third?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make that list of the top 10 coaches in the league.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Adam Schefter brought you by the Island Resort and Casino, a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, with everything you like to do in one awesome location. Visit islandresortandcasino.com. Book your total experience today. Shefty, after we talked with you last week, Christian Watson signed a pretty lucrative deal with the Green Bay Packers. We got more details about that earlier this week. What was your initial thought when you saw the numbers for Christian Watson and the Packers?
The numbers tell you that they believe in his potential, and the numbers tell you that they think he's going to be a standout wide receiver, because the reason you sign Christian Watson to an extension that large is because you see him in practice every day, and you decide that this guy is a number 1 wide receiver, that he can make plays that very few receivers can, and we're going to pay him now and get ahead of it. We're going to bet on the come, and we're going to bet on him making it back and being the type of player that we see in practice, that we believe in, that we drafted. We think he's going to be that player. That's what that contract tells you. We think he's on the verge of being a standout wide receiver for a guy who, up until the season, I think his biggest year is like 610 receiving yards or whatever it may be in one season due to injuries and a whole other factors. But they obviously have a great deal of faith in Christian Watson, which is why they rewarded him with the contract that they did last week.
Adam Schefter hanging out with us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Adam, there's been some rumblings over here in Wisconsin and Green Bay. The Keyshawn Nixon, who right now is slotted as CB1, may or should or could hold out during training camp for a better deal. Do you see that happening? I think, Gabe, what did we say the numbers were as far as what Keyshawn is making this year? We recognize it is criminally under what the rest of the league
So he is set to make, if he hits all of his roster bonuses, he'll make about $4.8 million in new money.
Last year, the deal?
Last year, the deal.
Yeah.
First of all, the CBA is set up for players not to be able to hold out. Now, could Keyshawn Nixon's hamstring become bulky? Could his shoulder bother him? Could his back tighten up? Yeah, that always could happen. But for all the talk about those types of tactics, it very, very rarely happens. The CBA is punitive enough that you don't want to risk those things. And the best way for Keyshawn Nixon to be paid is to have that conversation with the Packers. And by the way, if they believe in him the way they believe in Christian Watson, or the way they believe in Jaden Reed, or the way they believe in some of these other players that they've re-signed, they'll get a deal done with Keyshawn Nixon. Now, I don't know who his agent is. I'd have to look at that. But if there's a deal to be had and they feel like he's worth signing, they'll do that. If not, the best thing for Keyshawn Nixon is to come in, have a huge year. And if he has a huge year, you're talking about a huge contract that's waiting for him on the horizon that'll be multiples of what he's making this year alone.
Adam, what are you hearing about the Bears stadium issues?
Boy, that's they voted their board of directors voted last Thursday night to approve the go ahead with the move to Hammond, Indiana. And right away I texted somebody I trust. I'm like, is this a leverage play? He's like, nope. Barring something unforeseen, they're going there. Now, I think we all know that it's not over. And I think we all know that there'll be people that try to reverse this still. But it is, at this time, absolutely tracking to happen. And I don't know whether the city can do enough in Chicago to lure the Bears back. I don't know if they're too far down the line. I don't know where they're at with all that. But
does the league have a say? Did they have a say? Do they have to vote on that because they're leaving Chicago and moving to another state?
There'll be a vote. There'll be a vote. I think there's a vote, but they don't bring that vote till the end. And when the vote is done, the die is cast. Like, okay, I'm making this up. They're moving to Hammond, and they're offering us this and this and this. There's not going to be a team that votes to block it. Maybe one or two, but it'll get approved by fellow owners, and it'll happen. But it's a money situation. It's hard to imagine, like I said, the Bears leaving Chicago for Indiana. I know the Jets have done it for New Jersey. Maybe not the same thing.
Santa Clara.
The Cowboys, yeah, right, exactly. The 49ers for Santa Clara, the Cowboys for Arlington, Dallas, not that far. But it's hard for me to reconcile that the state of Indiana would have two NFL franchises and Illinois would have none.
Yeah, but a different state. I mean, does this rise to the level of Cleveland going to Baltimore? You know.
No, not that level. No. But there's something about it that just feels weird.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
I guess I don't understand. I don't understand the idea that it's not a leverage play. And I trust your friend and your source on this saying it's not, because I saw that also reported by Courtney Cronin and whatnot. But if I tell my husband I'm going to leave, I'm like, I'm thinking about leaving. It's not a leverage play, but you could still win me back. That 100% is a leverage play. Like, I don't care the semantics you want to use. Like, you're saying you could win me back, but right now I'm leaving. Like, all signs are pointing to me leaving. If there's any possibility of winning them back, if there's any possibility of the Arlington Heights thing sort of still being a reality, this feels like a leverage play.
Well, Jen, first things first, are you leaving your husband?
No. Good question. Fair follow-up.
You can't put something out there with a world-renowned reporter like Shefty and not expect a follow-up, Jen.
Not today, Shefty.
Is there trouble in paradise, Jen? Is there any chance that this is going to be happening?
Let me just tell you,
what does he have to do? What does he have to do to win you back?
I think we all learned our lessons about talking about our spouses on the radio and on podcasts. I feel like we all have figured that out at this point.
Have we?
Yes.
Some people have left rather large digital footprints, and Jen's not willing to do that.
Our conversations.
As she sips her coffee.
Our conversations with Adam Schefter are brought to you by Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers. If you want to earn more and build a real career in the trades, this is where it starts. Better pay, incredible benefits, real training, real representation. This isn't just a job, it's a future. Learn more at smart18.work. And one of the things we've been keeping an eye on here in Wisconsin, Shefty, all summer has been Micah Parsons and his progression. When's he going to be ready? Oh, the league comes out with the schedule. Maybe he's back by week 5 and 6 when they play the Bears and the Cowboys. And Micah Parsons' brother on social media this week is kind of starting to prep people that it could be longer than that, because the goal, he said, is for Micah to be 100%. If the Packers are without Micah Parsons for potentially 7 or 8 weeks, do you see them kind of perusing, trying to figure out if there's another option out there to help them cover that stretch of games that Micah could potentially be out?
No, wait. It's like when your team loses its quarterback to injury. You think you can just go get another quarterback. You don't just go replace Micah Parsons. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys had all that draft capital, and they struggled to do it. So, no, if they're without Micah for however long they're out with him, that they're going to have to overcome that, and they're going to have to keep themselves in position till he does make it back in week 4 or 6 or 8 or 12 or whatever it may be. Like, you just have to bring along these young guys. You have to bring along the people that are on your roster. You have to hope they make enough progress and enough plays that they can keep your team afloat until your big gun gets back. That's what has to happen. Like, they're not going out to add Von Miller. I don't think, Von Miller today to think, okay, this is the Band-Aid we need to get us through until Micah can make it back. You just don't find guys like that on the street available. They took their swing last year. It was a huge swing. It was a great swing. And when he's healthy, the guy is unbelievable. He's not healthy right now. They need to get him back as soon as they can. That's the deal.
Adam, Tampa Bay, the Packers play Tampa Bay week 4. How far apart are the Bucs and Baker Mayfield, and do you think that'll get done?
Yeah. Look, we are on June 10th, and Baker, it's very easy, and it's smart, for him to come out and say right now on June, we're not close. The Bucs, have had some discussions. They haven't gotten close. If they're not close in September 10th, then we're talking about something. Now, Baker says, I'm shutting down talk once the season begins, or a training camp, I forget which one. And that's fine. Like, there's plenty of time between now and then to get something figured out. And 1 year left on his deal. I don't think it's hard to come up with a deal here. I mean, you just look at all the quarterback deals. There are a dozen quarterbacks making in the $50 to $55 million range. Just slot him in where you think he is worthy. Daniel Jones just signed a 2-year, $88 million deal worth up to $100 million in the offseason. He's coming off an Achilles. Baker's certainly been as productive as Daniel Jones. So you go a little bit north of Daniel Jones, and bam, there we go. Like, not hard. We just did it, I think. Now, it's got to be suitable to Baker Mayfield, but he's also the kind of guy that, you want on your side. You don't want to alienate him. You don't want to disenfranchise him. You don't want him upset going into the season. So there's plenty of time for the two sides to figure this out. And if I had to guess, by week 4, yes, I would think they'll figure that out this summer, but let's see.
Adam, before we let you go, Ian Rappaport did say, I believe it was last week, that he thinks Tucker Kraft is a priority for the Green Bay Packers as far as signing him, and he will probably, quote, reset the tight end market. Do you see that being the case for Tucker Kraft? George Kittle is up there. Miles McBride is up there.
Trey McBride,
exactly. As soon as I said it, I was like, that is not right. Do you see Tucker Kraft setting the market at the tight end position?
I see. Look, I see Green Bay being interested in him. I see him, like, players after they get hurt. Usually that security seems awfully enticing. And I think we all know that Tucker Kraft, when healthy, is one of the best tight ends in the league. So I don't know if he's going to reset the market, but I would expect that he's going to be one of the highest paid tight ends, and maybe for a brief period he becomes the highest paid tight end. That's certainly possible. Only to be passed up eventually by Brock Bowers and some of the great young tight ends. But when that deal gets done, and I would assume they would figure it out, it's going to be a big, strong deal. Whether it makes him 1, 2, 3, it'll be up there. And it'll be something that I think both sides are very happy with.
Adam, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you again soon. Are you going to bring the feist every week? Do I need to start preparing myself for this on Wednesdays?
Jen, that's what Mort used to call salty Shefty. Like, you come up with something, like there'd be certain things that just kind of push my buttons. And he's like, oh, I love salty Shefty. And it's not something that you could just kind of order up. It just kind of happens. But when I hear about, like, pressure on quarterbacks to win what? I mean, what are we talking about here? Tell me it's June 10th without telling me it's June 10th.
You'll be pleased to know, Shefty, that Sam Darnold was 15th on that list. I guess they assume because he just got the Lombardi, maybe there's not as much pressure on him to get a second one.
I'll give you 20 quarterbacks off the top of my head that have more pressure on them to win a Super Bowl than Sam Darnold, who never has any more pressure. I mean, just the pressure, self-applied pressure, the pressure that comes along the season. But he's won a Super Bowl. He's a made man. There's a lot more pressure on a lot of other guys who haven't won Super Bowls.
Adam Schefter hanging out with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as he does each and every Wednesday. Have a great one, Adam.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week.
I'll tell you, Chew, you really cowered there, didn't you?
I did.
Shifty gets a little loud and you're going, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
Well, but then he ticked him off, too, with this follow-up question. So he
Jen,
went
all I'm
safe,
gonna say is
thought
this.
he buttered him
Jen.
up, and then...
Jen.
Yeah.
That's how guys act when they don't get nookie, okay?
Oh, okay.
Let's not
You guys-
throw around
We're not gonna-
accusations
we
like
cannot,
that.
yeah.
What?
I'd like him
What?
to come back.
He would agree with me. Me and Adam are on the same page.
There is no line you say more that has less truth than it to X would agree with me. Just throw it out there as sort of a shield from any critique.
He's starting to fight.
Oh, great. So back down.
Salty
like you did.
Chewy.
So back down
We
like
got
you did
salty
against
Chewy
Shefty. Ask Joshy what his favorite color is.
That was kind of weak.
Yeah, super weak. Thank you very much. All right, we'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. More after this.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Selling your home is more than putting a sign in the yard. It's about having the right team beside you. I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams. We help relieve unnecessary stress with our team's expert listing process, strong negotiation skills, and fast, clear communication. Our white glove service experience is provided at every price point and every step of the way. Start your home journey today by searching online, Tony Wendorf. Tony Wendorf & Associates, a real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
The last weekend in June, experience the excitement as the Epson Tour's rising stars compete in the Island Resort Championship at Sweetgrass, the ultimate fan-friendly golf event with great views and chances to meet the next generation of LPGA players. Tickets are $10 and kids get in free. June 26th through the 28th, the Island Resort Championship at Sweetgrass. For tournament details and to explore our premier golf destination, visit islandresortgolf.com today.
Join ESPN Milwaukee in Yuengling this Friday at Dugout 54 on Blue Mountain, starting at 5 for an exciting Yuengling watch party. Hang with the ESPN Milwaukee street team, score awesome Yuengling prizes, and catch Homer broadcasting live before the game. Cold beer, warm summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yuengling Lager. Yuengling has been bringing Americans together since 1829. Crack open a Yuengling Lager and raise a toast to American tradition. Stop by Dugout 54 this Friday, starting at 5. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can answer the question.
What's the question?
Can the Packers win without Aaron Jones on Sunday?
Yes. Will you stop? You know what he is? He's like the little devil on the shoulder.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It's a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Adam Schefter is brought to us by our friends over at Tony Wendorf and Associates Keller Williams. They believe in the human side of real estate, faith, family, and friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win. I know this firsthand. Worked with Tony Wendorf. He has been fantastic for me and my family. Cannot praise them enough for how they have handled some of our stuff. No matter if it's buying or selling, get started today at wendorfteam.kw.com, wendorfteam.kw.com. So we asked Adam Schefter, and if you missed any of it, you can, of course, find it on the wherever you get your podcasts. But he got a little feisty about the quarterbacks that need a Super Bowl, quarterbacks whose legacies need a Super Bowl. And I understand his premise, which is, well, every quarterback needs a Super Bowl for their legacy. But this is the pressure, right? This is ranking, like, who needs it the most, right? And we mentioned the ranking as it stands currently. I had the sheet in front of me, and now it's gone. Lamar Jackson was 1 on the list. I think
it's
Josh
Lamar,
Allen was 2.
Josh
Yep.
Allen, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott's 4, Justin Herbert 5, A-Rod is 6, Jared Goff 7, and then our guy Jordan Love comes in at number 8.
Oh, I have Jared Goff and Aaron Rodgers flipped on this list, but neither here nor there. Do we all agree that Aaron Rodgers should not be on the list? Or, Joshy, do you really think strongly that, like, he needs it because his departure from the Green Bay Packers, which I would argue the Green Bay Packers initiated, was so that he could chase another Super Bowl?
No, I don't necessarily even agree with him being there, but I can understand the logic to why he is there. Like they built the ship around him, and he didn't do it, and he hasn't done it, and he likely won't. So it is a failure in terms of his second act as a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, but if he doesn't get one, what is he now? A second ballot Hall of Famer? I mean,
well, no, he's still. I mean, he's literally. I mean, whoever presents him. I don't even know who does that for the Packers. Pete Doherty has been the guy in the past. If he just stands up and says he's Aaron Rodgers and he gets voted in.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a 4-time
Another
MVP.
Super Bowl isn't going to do anything.
So
it would improve it.
Again, can you guys make an argument that Jordan Love should be higher on this list, or do you think that 8, which is where he is, feels about right?
Yeah, I'd put him ahead of Aaron, and that's about it. I'd put him ahead of Aaron.
But hold on. Justin Herbert, you didn't mention his name. He's not.
He's number 5.
Oh, he is 5.
He is number 5. And based on the noise that exists around him, I would say he's higher than Jordan because everyone just looks at him and go, "Oh, this guy, unbelievable quarterback who hasn't done anything in the postseason. In fact, has probably played some of the worst games of his career in the postseason."
Let me give you another name. Where is he at? Trevor Lawrence.
Not on the list.
Which is ridiculous because it's what? It's Jacksonville and they get a break?
I wonder if people have even forgotten that he's in the league.
I know, but he signed a monster deal right along with Jordan Love.
Yeah, so did Tua.
Well, Tua's done. Yeah. Bye-bye. I called that one from the start.
Listen, the top 3 are sort of inarguable. And I think you could probably argue, well, Josh Allen should be above Lamar or Joe Burrow should be higher on the list. You could make those like nitpicky arguments, but I think we can all agree that those 3, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow, are the top tier of quarterbacks who, based on their talent, based on the success that the teams have had, need a Super Bowl to cement their legacy, right? Number 1 overall pick in Joe Burrow, right? He was the top quarterback.
He was the number 1 pick, yes.
Coming off of the national championship, obviously, at LSU. We all think he's got all the talent in the world. But can you give him an excuse because the team around him has been El Succo?
No, I mean, they made it to a Super Bowl. He's been part of the problem because he can't stay healthy, and he's also part of the problem because he insisted on spending money on T. Higgins instead of improving that defense or their offensive line or a number of other areas where they could have a more well-rounded team. He's been a part of the issue in staying healthy and kind of having an influence that hasn't necessarily helped the team be better. It's helped the offense be explosive, but then they give up 1,000 points.
Let me ask you this about Lamar Jackson, guys. Is there any chance he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Oh, gosh. How many? He's got 2 MVPs?
2 MVPs.
So when we talk about legacy, that's what I was going to say is once you've locked yourself in the Hall of Fame, I guess I could take or leave a Super Bowl. Like I understand the sentiment. Trust me,
How do you feel about
it.
Dan Marino? Like Marino is famously associated with never winning a championship, right? Like you don't want to be on that list.
Mm-mm.
You don't want to be one of the best quarterbacks of your era because then that leaves, okay, you're one of the best quarterbacks of your era. How come you couldn't even get to a Super Bowl?
Well, part of it is because it's a team sport.
Sure, but all the
I
great
don't want to
ones.
quote Giselle over here, but we all remember Giselle's very famous comments about Tom Brady that he can't throw and catch the ball.
But not even getting to one is, at least Marino got to one.
No, he got the one.
You know, he got
and
to
you
one.
could put Jim Kelly. You could put Jim Kelly on that list, but 4 consecutive losses kind of feels like a win.
I also think
right?
we're confusing a legacy conversation with like a pressure to win. Like the fans inside of Baltimore and Buffalo and Cincinnati, they are all saying, when the hell are we going to get ours? And the pressure is going to continue to rise amongst those guys who are thought of the class of the class when it comes to quarterbacking, and they're looking around saying, when's it our turn?
The top 3 on this list are looked at as 3 of the 4 best quarterbacks in the league. Like any quarterback list that you're going to put together, the top 4 is Mahomes and those 3. In whatever order you put them in, those are kind of undisputed the top 4. So to not have, again, Burrow's the only other one who's actually been to one.
Well, the only reason that we're mentioning legacy, Josh, is because the headline of the article says ranking the 15 NFL quarterbacks who most need a Super Bowl win for their legacy.
Well,
and that's the only reason why I'm saying, like, I could make the argument that Lamar Jackson's legacy is solidified. Could it get a bump from a Super Bowl? Yes. But the fact that he has had all the success he has had, I feel like people feel pretty strongly about Lamar Jackson from an elite standpoint.
Well, let me ask you this. Is Jared Goff a Hall of Famer without a Super Bowl?
No.
Even with one, I don't know if he is.
Yeah, like Sam Darnold. Got a lot to do.
And again, I guess that just depends on what standard you want to set for each of these guys. And that's why I go back to the very first thing I said, which is, look, we're real close to the fire here in Wisconsin and Green Bay, right? We know the moves that the Packers have made. We know the commitment they have made to improving the roster. We know about how Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst and whatever the conversations were that they had with policy when he took over. Somebody in the YouTube stream was like, Matt LaFleur wasn't on the hot seat. Oh, really? Then why didn't they just lock him up when Ed Policy took over? Why was there that, let's see how things go this year, essentially, right? Paraphrasing. I think we're too close to the Packers to have an objective opinion on this. I think we know too much about what goes on in Green Bay and not enough about what goes on in some of these other organizations to know how much they've committed, how much their window is open. You know? Like maybe Brock Purdy's down on this list, guys, because you guys have said that the window is closing, Chew, for the 49ers.
But they've also had the talent enough to win one. Right?
Yeah, he went to one.
They've been good enough to win, and he hasn't won. And it all, you know what? And we say it all the time. Quarterbacks get too much blame, and they get too much credit. But that's the world they live in, right? So we have to abide by those rules. And would they go to 2, Gabe?
He was the starter in one of them. Jimmy G was the starter in the other one.
Where they choked.
Yeah,
they gagged.
choked
they
in both of them.
By
double digits in both.
Yeah. So
is number 8 too high or too low for Jordan Love? We'll put it on the Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. We'll put that on the YouTube stream as well. Let us know what you think. Is 8 too high or too low for Jordan Love when it comes to the pressure or the need to win a Super Bowl? Infinity Exteriors brings us our Twitter poll each and every day here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Delays along southbound 41. We've got an accident. The left lane's blocked at Capitol Drive, so delays are kicking in all the way at Good Hope Road, stretching all the way to Capitol. It's pretty solid. Northbound, we got backups from before Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. We've also got a problem on westbound 94 right at the ramp to go northbound on 175 in the stadium. We have an incident, and they may have to close off some lanes. Right now, it's pretty solid from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. More general delays west of the Zoo interchange to Elm Grove Road, and then from Sunny Slope Road all the way to Barker Road. Eastbound, you're backing up from 164 past Highway F to about Brookfield Road, and then back on the brakes from 76th Street through to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringle. Father's Day is June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hot and humid. Afternoon, severe storms likely with a high of 87, a heat index of 90 to 95. Tonight, showers and storms early, some may be strong, then partly cloudy with a low of 68. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. For custom apparel that helps your team, business, or event stand out, choose Big Frog. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The cooler's packed, the sun is shining. The only thing left to do? Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Refreshing, ready to drink, and packed with bold citrus flavor, Carbless is the ultimate upgrade for every summer adventure, from dock days to bonfire nights. No mixing, no hassle, just crack it open and enjoy the moment. This summer, trade the stress for zest. Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Carbless, find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Brewers lost another late one last night against the A's. Now, they won the first game. They lost last night. They played the rubber match today. But before the game, there was big news out of the Brewers camp in that they signed and invested in Luis Lara, the Brewers' number 5 prospect, number 91 overall, agreeing to a 7-year contract. The contract will guarantee $31 million when finalized. That's what the MLB.com is reporting, though the Brewers did not confirm the value. And Gabe, your immediate reaction to Lara, who I think is 5'7", but that's sort of the Brewers' MO at this point when building their team. This is a very big deal. This is a very good thing for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, they keep gambling on their young stars. And again, this deal could max out as high as $78 million. So if he performs well, whenever he gets to the big league level, he could potentially make more. It's one of those deals that makes, a ton of sense for the Brewers. And ultimately, because the kid's getting a little bit more money up front, that's why, they're able to ultimately sign these deals. Plus, the other thing I really like about this is you don't know what control is going to look like in the future. Like, we don't know if the control number, because right now, when you come into the big leagues, Brewers got you for 7 years, or a team's got you for 7 years. And that number likely going to be going down in the new CBA. I'm guessing, right? But by locking somebody into a contract like this, you know they're going to be there, and you're not going to have to, change any of the formulas that you have. You've got him locked into the deal. It's a team-friendly deal that still can be worth a lot of money for him. It seemed like a win-win all the way around.
Can they still trade him?
If they wanted to, but if you're signing a guy to a deal like this and locking him up for potentially a really cheap deal, Chew, I can't imagine that he would be involved in any trade.
And do you think he'll get called up this year?
At some point, yes. At some point, yeah. I would expect him.
So, Gabe, why do they wait? Why do they wait? And I asked you earlier on in the production meeting, what is the gap between AAA pitchers and major league pitchers? And you said the gap is pretty big. Is it because they don't want to ruin his confidence and they... why wouldn't you bring him up now, cut his teeth, maybe not play him every day?
That's the thing. They want him to play every day. Like when you have a top prospect like this, like baseball, because it's one of those things where you just got to play every day. That's why, Blake Perkins is your fourth outfielder. Because he's not like a highly regarded prospect, good defender. He's not going to be playing every day. He's not going to get in the rhythm. That's a tough role to play, and you don't want that for your young player. Whereas in football, or even in basketball, that can make sense. In baseball, you want these guys playing every day. And I think that's why Cooper Pratt hasn't been called up. That's why Luis Lara hasn't been called up quite yet. But as he continues to swing a bat as well as he has, I would expect he's coming up at some point this season.
Is once again, Gabe, this a product of the Brewers having to do business this way? Some of the constraints, and again, maybe that'll all get, hammered out as the new CBA gets underway, if they ever get to it. But we talk about Jackson Chourio, we talk about Cooper Pratt, now we're talking about Lara. Is this how the Brewers have to operate? They have to, sign these guys before they bring them up to the big leagues and commit to them long term, or do they just is this just the way that they would prefer to do business?
I think it's just the way they prefer to do business. I don't think they have to do this because, again, you could just ride out the control and who knows how much you end up paying him if he ends up being really good at the end, and that's kind of the route it seems like it's going with Miz. I got to imagine that the Brewers approached Jacob Mizorowski at some point in the past year about signing a contract like this. And
Jesus Made as well.
Yeah, I would assume that they have. And I would assume that Made's representation or Mrs. representation said, hey, we'll just ride this thing out. Especially after, if you're Miz, you just saw what Tarek Skubal got this year, $30+ million for one season. And that's what the guarantee in Luis Lara's contract is. So Miz is looking at that going, well, if I continue to do what I'm doing, I'm going to make a lot more money in the back end than any sort of deal the Brewers are going to give me up front. So it takes two to tango to get a deal like this done, but I think this is the way they would prefer to do it just because it locks in that fixed cost, and now you know what this guy's going to cost. You know what Pratt's going to be. You know what Jackson Chourio is going to be, and that maybe does open up you for, okay, maybe we've got a little bit more money to spend in free agency or acquire someone via trade because we've got a fixed cost on our young talent.
The contract runs through 32, which is, by the way, is wild to be saying. Hearing 2032 on a contract. It's not that far away, but it still feels like, what are we even talking about?
Gives
right
me
here?
the heebie-jeebies.
Team option for 33, 34, and 35. So, Gabe, you mentioned that it's likely that we'll see him on the field this year. It's likely that we'll see Cooper Pratt on the field this year. Give me your ideal lineup and where these guys are slotted on the field. If we're going to see them up, I'd like to know where and who's sitting and who's not in the lineup.
So, at some point, it was pointed out, I can't remember who pointed this out a couple of weeks ago, you can trade players that you just signed to a contract, like a first-year contract, June 16th. So that's the day I'm looking at Luis Rengifo. Maybe somebody's interested in a utility infielder, and the Brewers can just dump salary, right? Just save that money, maybe pay a little bit of it, not even take a prospect back, but see if somebody would be interested in that if they could trade him. Which to me then would slide Hamilton over to third base, and then Pratt is your everyday shortstop for the remainder of the year. I think that's the way they would prefer to do it, especially seeing how much Hamilton's playing shortstop now, and he's been swinging a better bat. It seems like they want him to be in the lineup every day.
So Terang at 2, obviously.
Yes.
You've got Vaughn and Bauer. Are you still platooning them at first?
Yeah, platooning them. You can rotate, Bauer's in the outfield, which is why the Lara piece is a little bit more interesting because you need to have Jake Bauer's bat in the lineup every day. So, right now they're just kind of playing Vaughn against lefties. I don't know if they want him to play every day or if he's just going to be a lefty platoon and they keep Bowers and throw him in the outfield. That just kind of throws a wrench in because I think that Lara eventually is the replacement for Garrett Mitchell. I think he would take over in center field.
So why isn't this happening? What's going to spark it? I mean, is the fear that Pratt won't even bat as well as Ortiz, or I don't understand.
No, it's just opening up roster spots, Chew. So I think they're waiting till June 16th, see if they can find any takers for Luis Rengifo and his contract, see if you can clear that contract off the books, and then once you find an answer to that, either you DFA him or or maybe you do trade him. That opens up the roster spot on the big league roster, so then you can call up Pratt.
Vaughn's been doing really well as well, and this is where things get complicated because if you want Vaughn in your lineup and you want Bauer in your lineup and you want Christian Yelich to be hitting, maybe he's all-time DH, maybe that's the thing. But Jackson Chourio, you just mentioned Mitchell out, but you put Lara out there. It doesn't feel like there's enough spots to go around at this point, which maybe is a good problem to have.
Yeah, so that's where I just don't know the Luis Lara piece. While I expect him to be playing at some point, I just don't know when that would be because, again, you're still trying to figure out the at-bats that you just described.
Well, if Sale keeps hitting 220, eventually they just make the move and we need this production, we need a guy. And if Lara is better and hitting better, you just make that move there.
I have a hard time believing that he's going to be the Sal replacement. Like, they love Sal so damn much.
Yeah, at some point, like I'm sure they like Joey too.
Yeah, but Sal feels like a Murph guy, a Brewers guy. He's going to be given every opportunity. Like Garrett Mitchell's the one that you're looking at for Lara. He's the one who would take the roster spot of Garrett Mitchell.
Doesn't there come a point where you're too blinded by it though?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's where you can make that argument, but I just think that they're going to give Sal every opportunity because he's come through for them. He's been a Gold Glover. He's had success at this level. They're going to give him every opportunity and then probably another opportunity to continue.
In terms of an every opportunity guy, I feel like we're talking about Sal like he's Jackson Chourio, which is just not real.
Oh, no, he's not as good as Jackson.
Yeah.
But
it just feels like I know he's first round pick. He came up. He was, great last season. He was like a 3-win guy. But like at some point, it's like, bleep or get off the pot. Do something for me.
But that's the thing. They're going to give him more than 2 months, 3 months, 4 months because he's had the success at this level.
Right. I'm talking about in August and in September. If he's still hitting 220, why are you putting him in the lineup, especially if Lara comes up and he's hitting 260, 270?
Well, but you're not going to. But again, you're not going to bring Lara up unless you're going to give him every day at bats.
I guess Gabe, I'm asking you this though. Give me your outfield. It's playoffs.
Yep.
Who do you want out there, and who do you want in the lineup?
Again, if it's probably going to be Sal, Chourio. I mean, at that point, I think Lara's up, and he's your center fielder, and Bowers is playing first base, and you work in Vaughn against lefties. Because as good as Vaughn can be, like his numbers against righties, they're not bad. Just every other option's better that the Brewers have against right-handed pitching. So that's why he's kind of been a platoon against lefties. Chourio in left, Lara in center, Sal in right. Because Lara's been playing center in Nashville. That's where the majority of his innings have come.
Mm-hmm.
It does feel like a good problem to have. It does feel like, these guys that they have relied on, for good at-bats and who have been good defensive players. If you're upgrading, all right, well, but we need you for depth. We need you in case of emergency. Like, be ready to go if, in fact, this is the way things shake out.
And the Guardians did a weird thing last year where they brought up their top guy at the end of the year and he was playing in the postseason. I don't think the Brewers want to do that. If they're serious about winning a World Series and they want Lara to be a part of that, like Lara's got to come up like late July, early August. He's got to get a couple of months instead of just going, here you go, kid. You're going to play in the postseason with the most pressure on you. I don't think they want to, because that feels like it's setting somebody up for failure, and they've got other options. So if Lara is going to come up, which I do think he will eventually, it's got to be, late July, early August, kind of around the trade deadline.
Have you guys seen Andrew Vaughn's splits between lefties and righties?
He's the greatest hitter of all time against left-handed pitching.
He's hitting .548 against lefties. And it's not like his 259, was it 259 against righties is bad.
No.
But 500 in what do I have here? 31 at bats.
Yeah.
Like, that is just, you have to play him against lefties.
Yes, which is why Bowers plays in left field whenever they play left-handed pitching.
You can't bunch that guy.
And oh, by the way, Justin in the 262 reminding us on the Carbless Talk and text line, 800-990-3776. Jet Williams still looming too. It is an embarrassment of riches. Good problem to have.
Yeah,
he feels like odd man out.
I don't see a path for Jet.
So Jet becomes trade.
He could be
bait?
a trade bait.
Yeah.
Or he becomes part of the plan next year. I just I don't see a path for him this year as much as they love Hamilton now that they've signed Laura as well.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on after this, guys. We'll take a break. Be right back after this.
Ewald Automotive Group is celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Ewald makes it easy to drive the newer used vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Celebrate America's 250th with Ewald Automotive. $250 down or $250 a month. God, love to hear that. Available in over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location. And with so many vehicles to choose from, finding the right one has never been easier, especially with the great staff they have at Ewald Automotive. It all starts at ewaldauto.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 41 still dealing with a crash at Capitol Drive off on the left shoulder. Pretty solid ride from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. We still have that closure on westbound 94 to northbound 175 in the stadium interchange. That ramp is closed because of an incident. It's heavy traffic from about 27th Street all the way past Hawley Road. We've also got a broken down vehicle right at the ramp from Hawley Road. It is off on the right shoulder, but it's kind of adding to the complications there. Beyond that, more delays from Highway 100 all the way to Sunny Slope, and then again past Moreland Road to Calhoun. Eastbound is backing up right past Barker Road to Brookfield Road, and then from about Hawley Road through to 35th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox. Tonight, don't miss 80s rockers Cherry Pie. Take the stage at 7 o'clock, all at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hot and humid. Afternoon, severe storms likely with a high of 87, a heat index of 90 to 95. Tonight, showers and storms early, some may be strong, then partly cloudy with a low of 68. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The Brewers' annual Pride Night is coming up Friday, June 12th, and everyone's invited to keep the Pride Month party going at the ballpark, featuring special events highlighting Milwaukee's LGBTQ community, like a local makers market, a national anthem performance by pop duo Reina, and more Pride activities all around American Family Field. This year's Brewers' Pride Night is a party you don't want to miss. Grab your seats today at brewers.com/community nights.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Mark Reinhardt is IT manager at ACS Group. Mark, your company has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for years. Right out of the blocks, would you recommend James to others?
Yes, I've had nothing but a great experience with James Imaging Systems, and I would definitely want to share that with others.
A great experience in what way?
I think it's just a personal touch. They actually listen to our needs, walking our business, and finding out what solutions we need to do our job better.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation, adding up to more bang for your business technology dollar.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting a return on investment on the dollars we're spending with James Imaging Systems.
Mark, safe to say ACS Group is happy?
Very happy with James Imaging Systems. People are smiling.
Put a smile on your face with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's a lot of sodas now that are prebiotic sodas
They
as
don't
well.
work. They're called poop.
Well,
They're really called poop, I think. You buy them on Amazon.
I thought you were going to stop talking.
You got a lot of rust in you. You know that?
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you're buying or building a new home, Great Midwest Bank will help guide you every step of the way. My family and I have used Great Midwest Bank for all of our mortgage needs, and I got to tell you, the service is top-notch. Most importantly, guys, they are knowledgeable and local loan officers. From start to finish, you can bank with confidence, just like me and my family. See all of their customizable products at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank is your simply local equal housing lender. Chewy, what are some of the things that NFL teams have historically put in contracts that you cannot do? You know, those like high risk, hazardous hobbies they don't want you doing. What are some of those?
None. I never had none.
No, I
that
mean,
was
come
more,
on. Riding motorcycles,
no, that's
playing basketball,
skydiving.
They don't.
Rock climbing.
The contracts are boilerplate. They're all boilerplate. They're the same language. Now, I guess it's changed with Kyler Murray saying he has to study and things like that, but that's at the discretion of the head coach.
Apparently, Patrick Mahomes' contract clauses prohibit him from playing pickup basketball, from boxing, or appearing in WWE matches. Like, that language is in his contract. Mm-hmm. Should we put Jordan Love cannot play in celebrity softball games in his contract, guys? Because Joshy has a video. I believe Matt Schneidman tweeted it out, or someone had TikToked it, and then Matt Schneidman put it out saying he had the video from when the softball game took place. He was worried that maybe there would be some fallout from the incident. There was none, so he felt comfortable sharing it. If you're watching on our YouTube stream, we're about to show you video of the quarterback of your Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, playing in the celebrity softball game just a few days ago. And, whew, close call. Oh!
He's fine.
You are hearing the crowd reacting to him basically putting his hand up to block an errant throw that almost hit him in the head.
It wasn't that fast. I mean, that's the dainty part. I mean, look how he pranced when he jumped. I mean, that didn't look too athletic.
He was avoiding a softball flying at his
but
head.
Play it one more time, please. I mean, most people would have ducked.
He just put his hand up. It's fine.
I guess.
I like that he had the instincts knowing it was coming at his noggin. Whoop! All right.
Yeah, but it's
not
coming,
today,
right?
Satan.
That's a guy who's aware. That's a guy who knows when the
pocket
bleachers are
presence.
coming. Yeah, that's all that is.
Peripheral vision and whatnot, Chew. You'd think that would be something you
Let
would...
me tell you what. I went to the Rays game last night against the Red Sox.
What does this have to do with anything?
To me, it doesn't look that hard.
Softball, baseball.
Oh, not that hard, baseball.
It just doesn't. I'm just telling you. I was sitting right behind home plate. I'm like, okay.
Okay,
I'm telling you, run down the middle of the field, What? Knowing you're going to get your head taken off, catch the ball, and continue to run.
You'd wet your pants if Jacob Mizorowski, all 6'7",
I can tell you
of them,
this:
was
if someone
throwing
hits me with a
103.
ball, you might as well forget about it.
Wild Bill puts you in a chokehold, you're done for.
I'm just saying, and the Red Sox
Is
are kind
Wild
of
Bill
buffoons.
using a step stool to put him in the chokehold? How exactly did he get that spot?
Wild Bill's
here's
feisty.
what I want to get to, though, okay? Because it wasn't just that the video was put out. Of course, then the next inevitable reaction was, well, who the hell was Manning first? And it's your guy. It's Keyshawn Nixon, everybody's favorite cornerback.
I don't know why Keyshawn's getting the hate here. Keyshawn's not that tall. I mean, this is on Micah Parsons. Bad managing. Why are you putting that guy over at first base?
Oh, you got to have a tall target
Yeah, I mean, how come LVN's not over there? Got to have a bigger guy over there at first base. And Chewy, you know this is what's that?
Who threw the ball?
That we don't know.
We haven't had anyone accused of it thus far. We just see Keyshawn Nixon's 25 as he turns around flailing for the ball thrown to first.
Oh no!
Again, I don't think this is on Key. This is a bad throw. Key's getting all the hate online for this. Like, look, I understand. There are a lot of reasons not to like Keyshawn Nixon. I don't think this is one to add to the list. Somebody hung him out to dry. He's trying to catch the ball. It was a bad throw. Whoever threw this softball, that's who we should be upset with.
When I read the tweet from Schneidman, I thought it was a 9. And now that I looked at the video, that's a 3. I mean, come on.
What are we talking about here?
Schwantas.
Are we commenting on Keyshawn Nixon's looks? Thought he was a 9.
Chewy's doing his own show.
Are you talking about
No, I'm saying as far as how dangerous
Correct.
it was
He
like,
thought it
oh my
was-
God, this was almost a total disaster.
Yeah, like what if it hits him in the eye and it goes wrong?
Well, then you have a concussion and you're out for
what if
a
it
couple
hurts
rounds
his
of
eye?
golf and you're fine.
Mister, I've had a billion concussions over here. Isn't going to feel sorry for someone with their, well, it's not his first. We know Jordan has dealt with concussions as well. But no, I don't want an errant softball being hurled, and I know that it was an accident, at the quarterback's head. The thing about Keyshawn, though, I find interesting because he does catch a lot of vitriol. And one of y'all made a point about, I don't know if it was Joshy or Chew or if it was Gabe, but like, it's not his fault that he's a CB1. Like,
yeah, it's not Keyshawn's fault. He's their best corner. That ain't on Keyshawn. That's not Keyshawn's problem.
Yeah, he gets the comparison I made was he gets Kevin King level disrespect and hate despite being far better than him, and also not. He never said you can't sign or draft better cornerbacks than me. He's not the one making that decision. He's CB1 because he's the best one at it.
You're saying because they haven't put any other better talent on the roster.
I too would love to upgrade the quarterback one position. I hope Brandon Cisse is that.
Keyshawn is your number 2 corner. I think you feel pretty good.
Yes. But he gets, like, it's like he held the organization hostage and said, nope, you can't upgrade my position. I demand to be here covering the most important people at the biggest times.
When we talk about him potentially holding out, because I know there was a conversation that we mentioned with Adam Schefter earlier today, I don't know that he has the leverage that would warrant a holdout. I think that all the competition that they acquired at the cornerback position just gives those guys an opportunity to shine. And I know you keep saying there's a lack of talent there comparatively.
Just because you have bodies doesn't mean it's good bodies.
But somebody could pop.
Somebody
Cisse could pop.
And then what happens if he doesn't?
And what I'm saying is, does Keyshawn want to be standing on the sideline when Cisse potentially pops, going, I'm holding out, and they go, okay, you keep doing that, pal.
Well, but, I mean...
We got your replacement right here.
How much can you pop when you don't have pads on?
You can't.
I mean, the laundry list of corners who have looked good in helmets and shorts is very long for the Green Bay Packers. And then come the shoulder pads and the physical practices, and then they disappear.
But I think he deserves a Christian Watson type deal, not the one he signed, but the one after his ACL injury. Where you
the
say,
1
okay,
year.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you $8 million guaranteed, and we'll make a decision from there because we're not sure how good you are. Would that be fair? Just a 1 year deal.
I think he would be looking for more. If that's all the Packers offer, I don't think he signs that. I'm willing to bet that he would. And then, again, the Packers just make him play out the rest of the season. And then he's no longer a Packer after 2026. Because then that would be a Devontae situation of, all right, you didn't want me. If I play well enough, I'll go play somewhere else. I don't care if you're offering the same money, I'm out.
I think the Packers already have him figured out because this is probably the second or third most important position on the team. It's not like an old lineman. You know what I mean? And the fact that they have not re-signed him, I think tells you a lot. That's what I think.
I know that we keep saying hold out when we refer to the Keyshawn Nixon conversation. It's probably more accurately a hold in, as
Correct.
Adam Schefter referred to. I know that's a newer distinction around the league.
Ooh,
where it's
my
like,
arm.
Correct. Where you sit there and say, oh, my back flared up. I'm not going to be able to practice. And
what we saw Jordan do, TJ Watt's done it. We've seen it plenty of times. There's usually 2 or 3 guys across the league that will exercise that right once you get to training.
And I still feel like the best way for Nixon to earn more money, which theoretically is what he would be trying to do anyway, is to just play better, right? Cut down on some of the penalties that we have discussed as well. That would obviously make Green Bay more inclined to commit to him long term.
But don't you guys feel like he's kind of the next Rashid?
In what way?
Like, dude, you ain't worth that much money.
Isn't the better comparison Elton Jenkins, who tried to hold in?
Mm-hmm.
The Packers said no thank you, and then he just ended up on the field anyways?
Yeah, but Rashid Walker going into free agency, Josh, was like number, 7?
Yeah, but the league told you how
yeah,
but that ended up being
everyone was wrong.
Yeah, everybody was wrong
Yeah.
because the league agreed with, I guess, the Packers' assessment of maybe he's not as good as we thought based on the contract he got.
I think it's the same with Keyshawn. If he thinks he's going to go out there and break the bank, I think he's crazy.
Well, I don't think he thinks he's going to break the bank either, but he's going to make more than $4.8 million.
I agree. Yes,
he's doing the exact same thing Baker Mayfield's doing. I'm the QB1, I'm the CB1. There's a price you pay for this, and I'm not being paid it, which I think is a totally fair thing for him to be saying. I don't need to be paid like Surtain or the top guys, but $4 million for a guy you're relying. Like, if they lose Keyshawn Nixon, the Packers are in big trouble. Big trouble. Big time. And I know that doesn't feel great to say, and you wish they had better options, but that's just the reality we're in. So he has every right to say, hey, pay me like I'm being used. I'm on the field all the time.
Now that sounds like leverage.
Correct.
Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. It's Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. At Tony Wendorf and Associates Keller Williams, they believe in the human side of real estate, faith, family, and friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win no matter if it's buying or selling. Get started today at wendorfteam.kw.com, wendorfteam.kw.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We still have problems on westbound 94. The ramp to get onto northbound 175 in the stadium interchange is closed because of an incident. It's going to be slow from 35th Street all the way to Holly Road, back on the brakes west of Highway 100 to Elm Grove Road, and again from Calhoun to Brookfield Road. Eastbound's backed up from 70th Street all the way to 35th. We've also got delays westbound on 894 coming out of the Mitchell interchange all the way to 51st. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, hot and humid. Afternoon, severe storms likely with a high of 87, a heat index of 90 to 95. Tonight, showers and storms early, some may be strong, then partly cloudy with a low of 68. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Don't miss 3 weekends of live music at Milwaukee's Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance, including Styx, Christopher Cross, Charlie Wilson, plus David Lee Roth, Gene Simmons Band, Bo Deans, and more. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I just figured if I got the yellow ones from Mexico, I could slip those in without her. Did you know the Viagra in Mexico is yellow?
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just paint it? You just drop it in a little food coloring?
You probably
and call
could,
it
like
an
an egg. I'm going to try that.
Easter has a new meaning in the Chimera household.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling, and that's why Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversation, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. And they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors also sells, installs, and services them. They were fantastic with me last year when I got the new front door for our house. They can help you out as well. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Chewy, of all people, reminding me this morning that we never went ahead and gave our list. Remember yesterday we were talking about the coaches in the league? We never gave our list. I feel like we've run out of time already today, so should we hold on to this for tomorrow? It'll just be a running bit. Like, sorry we couldn't get to you, Matt Damon.
I mean, I've got my list ready to go whenever you want it, Jen. So whenever you're ready for me to give my list, I'll be ready to go.
I don't.
I think we should skip.
Wait. You wanted to do this and your list isn't ready?
No, I do it in my head, but I don't have the strength.
You can't
right
tap
now.
into it right now. So
Yeah.
tap into it tomorrow. We'll get to our list tomorrow of
perfect.
the how we believe these coaches should be ordered, because
I would do it in my head.
Joshy told us that yesterday someone committed an office faux pas.
Nah, you need a stronger word.
Stronger than faux pas?
Yeah.
Well, what's stronger than faux pas?
Sin.
An office sin?
A jailable offense.
I like jailable
Mortal.
offense.
Should be suspended.
Now, full disclosure, we think very highly of this person.
Not anymore.
Well, come on now.
Who's the person?
I
You
think
didn't
you're
even
going
tell me.
awfully hard to the hole
Look,
here.
lessons need to be learned. If you're selfish enough to do this in the office, there's a little tough love that needs to go along with it.
So, Chew, I can't tell you who it is on the air. I can tell you off the
give me
air.
a hint.
No, I'm not going to give you hints. But I will tell you that this person, who shall remain nameless, heated up fish in the microwave. And it feels like, on the list of things that you're not supposed to do in the workplace, second only to,
But sometimes that's allowed.
Hooking up with. Yeah, that's
sometimes
true.
that's allowed.
You know,
like
that's
sometimes
true.
sometimes
I
that
thought
works
that
out.
was the number one thing you're not supposed to do in the workplace. You know, crap where you eat. But apparently, that's also allowed. Heating up fish in the microwave, Chew, is unforgivable. So much so that there's a case that's been circulating on social media recently about two colleagues who got into it to the point that one pulled a gun on the other person when they heated up fish in the microwave. Now that didn't happen here. I want to be clear.
And I feel like it's also worth pointing out that happened in a police station where a detective is the one who pulled his gun on a patrolman who was heating up fish in the microwave in South Carolina. The guy who pulled his gun was subsequently let go because turns out, Chew, you can't do that. Can't pull your gun on a coworker
That's
at
a
the
little
police
extreme.
station.
Yeah, I can agree that's a slight exaggeration, but I'm using slight there. That physical, that'll get you fired too, but publicly shaming, let's just do it. Maddie Hayes, what the hell's going on?
What are you doing?
This is he is taking the appropriate.
No.
He is taking the appropriate actions.
See, look at the reaction he had. See, Chew, you have such a high opinion of Maddie, and now all of a sudden he told you about the fish, and now you...
That's not Josh's fault.
Nope.
You know whose fault that is?
Like the Keyshawn conversation.
Yes, correct. You know what? You know whose fault it? The person who did it. Josh didn't do it.
I thought it was brusque. That would have fit.
Brusque.
Right?
Well, if it was Benny, I think nobody would have tried to protect the identity of
the fish
the person.
in the office epidemic became such a problem here. To a former producer, Terrence and Tosa, TJ Hogan. He used to make it so often. Greg Scalzo had to send an email saying, stop reheating fish in the microwaves at the office. It was such a rampant issue. I so frequently would walk in there to enjoy my lunch and just be whacked in the face with that scent.
Sure, and this apparently is what happened yesterday. Now, here's what I would say. Was the culprit here... I don't feel comfortable continuing to say her name. Was the culprit
Maddie
here,
Hayes?
was she employed when that email went out? Is it possible that she didn't know that this was a faux pas?
But what happened is she fessed up pretty much immediately after doing it. I received in a group message saying, hey, sorry, I heated up salmon in the microwave, which feels like a sorry, not sorry.
So here's the thing, though.
100%.
When people are trying to make healthy choices, Chew, there's a part of me that wants to give them that agency.
You don't need to heat up the fish.
But
eat it
I will
cold
say
in
this.
the office.
I will say
that's the way it works.
I've eaten cold fish in the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this because I didn't know it was Maddie. Maddie gets a pass.
Oh, there it is.
No.
Yes.
No.
Maddie gets a
100%.
Absolutely not.
Right there with you,
She
man.
is the nicest person,
Obviously not.
maybe in the state of Wisconsin. So I'm giving Maddie
This-
a pass.
No, because this is among the most selfish acts you can have in an office.
What's hilarious is that Chewy is the arbiter of hardest working in the office, maybe in the state.
He's a grinder. Chewy's a grinder.
I
That's
am a grinder.
he's the one who knows.
Maddie gets a pass. Maddie can do whatever she wants in my book.
I think we
She's
should
fine.
put it on the Infinity
Unless
Exteriors
Chewy
poll.
happens to be in the office, and then if she reheats the
Then
fish,
I'll
and then
Sure,
he
his opinion
reevaluates.
is very much skewed by him not being in the office. I think we're all aware of that. We think we should put it on the poll. Does Maddie Hayes get a pass for heating up fish in the company microwave?
She should be suspended without pay for a day. I think that is the minimum. That is strike one. You get suspended for a day without pay if you in any
Then
office.
dock my pay and give it to Maddie.
You know that's
Okay.
on the record, buddy. Okay, I've seen you in negotiations.
I don't even know if I get paid by this.
Swirling
place. I've
away
never
all
seen a
of the
check.
quarters.
I have no idea.
Dustin says, I actually don't feel like pulling a gun on someone for that is overreacting. John does say salmon is actually good cold. So that a lot of people are saying, why would you reheat salmon in the first place?
Yeah, salmon really good cold.
We're going to put it on the
You ever cook
poll.
You ever cook salmon in the dishwasher?
Absolutely not.
No, I have an oven, a smoker, a grill,
Air fryer.
I've got lots of other
far
options
down on the list.
other than
Is this a way to simulate a sous vide?
I don't know. It's the Blammer came up with it.
Oh my
it's
God.
actually really
I'm going to
good.
be sick.
He saw that on
The
Facebook.
Blammer
Him or his
salmon
wife.
recipe.
Stop talking, please. Gonna vom over here. Goldfish and Swedish fish are the only fish that should be allowed in the office. That from Aaron on the YouTube stream. We'll take a break. Be right back after this.
Planning a high-level event can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped organizations create seamless, unforgettable events that last. that leave a lasting impression. Their team has been a part of incredible experiences across Milwaukee and beyond, including some great events. Like if you're going to the Milwaukee Night Market, that's coming up soon here, kicking off here in the month of June, guess what? Events by Design, they help out with that. Maybe you've been to our ESPN Milwaukee Open. Maybe you went to Thanalysis Live. All these great events that Events by Design has helped out with. What sets Events by Design apart is simple. Bringing fresh ideas, careful planning, and expert execution to every event they touch. So whether you're building culture with an appreciation party, hosting a brand activation, planning your next gala, or pulling off a major industry event, Events by Design can help minimize your stress. Start designing your next event today. Search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Join ESPN Milwaukee in Yingling this Friday at Dugout 54 on Blue Mountain starting at 5 for an exciting Yingling watch party. Hang with the ESPN Milwaukee street team, score awesome Yingling prizes, and catch Homer broadcasting live before the game. Cold beer, warm summer nights, and the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yingling Lager. Yingling has been bringing Americans together since 1829. Crack open a Yingling Lager and raise a toast to American tradition. Stop by Dugout 54 this Friday starting at 5. DJ Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
The heart of this country is local. It's neighbors looking out for neighbors. It's small businesses that know your name. At Piggly Wiggly, the people who run your store live right here, right alongside you. And when you shop with us, every dollar stays in the community we all call home. Stop in today and see the difference shopping local really makes. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate.
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
Or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today, right now. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is offering real pricing, real payments, no games, no inflated list prices, no pressure tactics, just smart solutions for your home. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2026.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What's a click below dumb?
You. No. Above.
Whoa.
That's fine. No, that's what I was
Good one.
getting
Good
at.
pop. Good pop.
I know.
Unnecessary.
I'm not dumb. I'm one click below dumb. We need to find out what that word is.
Don't you want to be one click above dumb?
Oh, that's right. I'm one click above.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey guys, remember the way you felt when you were 25? Early morning workouts, a breeze. A drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Now fast forward to today. You feel like you're losing that edge? Might not be your age. Could be low testosterone. That's where Mentality comes in. They start with a comprehensive 100-point blood panel to help get to the bottom of what's really going on. Then they'll build a personalized treatment plan using testosterone replacement therapy and targeted peptide therapy to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. In fact, 94% of men report renewed energy and focus within 60 days. Just so you know, this isn't some new, trendy, off-the-shelf solution of the month. I've been using Mentality for years because Mentality is all about real medicine. While they can't actually make you 25 again, Mentality can get you back to feeling like the guy you used to be. Schedule your appointment with Mentality today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com. Are you actually going to put it on the poll? Are we going to be airing grievances that publicly out against Maddie Hayes here in the office?
I did not include her name in the poll. I think the public shaming has served its purpose. You will see on our Twitter feed, the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter feed later, the reaction of Chewy had when he figured out who it was.
Sure.
It's a great reaction. Just he gasps.
I would have went, if you allowed me to guess, I would have went through every single person in the office, and Maddie would have been the last one. The last one.
Yes. So the Infinity Exteriors poll is heating up fish in the work microwave, a fireable offense.
Yep. And on YouTube, that currently has a 65% yes, it is fireable offense. People are passionate about this, and I think the only way you get so passionate is having a habitual microwaver of fish where it just, like, I remember in Madison, we had a much smaller office than we have now.
God, yes.
That would it would ruin your entire day.
Well, let me ask you.
We've also received some texts on the personal talking text line. The lack of remorse is stunning. The lack of remorse is really
it's
disappointing.
Barely fish. What does that even mean?
Gabe, you're cooking salmon all the time. How are you reheating it?
I'm not.
Yeah,
you just throw it away.
No, you just eat it cold.
Put some hair on your chest.
Ugh, that's gross.
And honestly, most of the time when we buy salmon at the house, if I'm making like a Caesar salad, which I might do tonight, smoke the salmon. Like the salmon I'm getting is like good enough for me and my wife, and there's rarely any left over.
Yeah, you're not buying abundance of salmon.
Yeah.
Typically.
All right, we'll have to see if Maddie's still working here tomorrow. I guess we'll all find out together. Wildy and Tausch coming up next.
All right.